Hey. Welcome everybody. And how you doing, Pixel King? Thanks for dropping in. Never seen you here, but welcome. Um, just gonna be like a loose conversation about my lack of experience. um, but I'm kind of looking forward to it. Like, so I have a lack of experience in a lot of different things, especially being a content creator. Even simple things that I guess other people take for granted, like StreamYard. I have a lot of challenges, different things that I don't know, haven't arrived to yet. But I'm not gonna run from the experience. You know what I mean? Like, um, even yesterday, I had like my first like budding appearance of having my channel being associated with like a panel, because it wasn't like until yesterday or maybe the day before, never had that. You get what I'm saying? So it was like a little a little glimpse, a little appearance or whatever. Um, so of course I don't have experience at a lot of those things. Um, so some of this shit I'm kind of take on like it's a test to me, it's a test or whatever. So I do have a relationship with Tracy, and yesterday she joined me. Of course I'm appreciative of this shit. Like, she joined me, whatever. And but I can tell like a lot of her joining me, like, really was her. It really wasn't like her gravitating towards me. It was her reaching out and helping. You know, I knew that, and of course I lost. I got so comfortable too, like talking with her, whatever. It was a short period we talked, but I got so comfortable that I lost sight of the chat. And so like towards the end, I wanted to look back to say, wait a minute, let me do something with this damn phone, you guys. Call from the wireless cow. Call from the wireless cow. Hey. All right. So I'm back. Sorry for the disruption. Hey, Alana Spears, how are you? Thanks for dropping. And Chocolate Cocoa. Hey, how you doing? But yeah, what was it? Okay, so towards the end. So I went to look at the chat to see like who I may have missed, who may have came in or whatever. And I see like it's a new person, so of course that's going to stand out to me. I've been here for years. Like, I recognize most of this shit. And I just had my thoughts about like when unfamiliar like avatars show up that you've never seen, like the timing of certain things, like when a particular person is on the panel, like when they drop in, like I look at stuff like that, and whether it's true or not, I tend to make connections, like things may appear to be trolly to me, but I look down and I see message after message after message. So like I'm thinking like, oh shit, like these are interrogating comments. And so that stood out to me. I mean, it wasn't anything for me to be like crying foul about, but of course I'm catching all of this. I see a lot. So I'm catching this, right? So I'm like, but it probably would have looked that way anyway because most of the people doing this live, they stayed up in the skybox. You see what I'm saying? So it wasn't a lot of activity in the chat, so it probably would have appeared that way anyway. Like I told you, I lost sight, so it still would have appeared to be like back to back to back to back. But like I'm noticing it, and like I noticed like a lot of it was like on other shit. It wasn't topic related. Like in other words, it didn't relate to anything that me and Tracy was on the topic, on the panel talking about. But it was like other things that Tracy have said. This person would be surprised to find out that I may have agreed with some of the things that they said and put forth. But then it was important for this person to end it with the name calling shit. And so that goes to my experience with shit or whatever. I remember saying I remember saying to myself, like, yo, like the way I'm gonna have my shit, like nobody's gonna be calling anybody this and nobody's gonna be calling anybody that. But once I got that experience and arrived to it, I thought differently, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. I thought differently, but like I had like in my brain initially, I had this like zero tolerance policy like in my head, like nobody's gonna be doing this, nobody's gonna be if you say this, I'm gonna do this, like you're gonna be thrown from here like to everywhere, you know. But I didn't react that way. And I also noticed like the other day too, and I applied that to me. I was like, nobody's definitely gonna be doing that shit to me. But I noticed the other day when Donald Goins was around, he was calling me name after name after name in the chat, and I never like made him face like any punitive. I never took punitive actions against him, like when I had the power to do so. So um, so I kind of opened that up, and I think I have a good reason why. So I kind of opened that up. So if anybody's gonna be like, unless it's someone like I totally despise, like let's say it's New Mexico, like no one's gonna be getting dragged on my channel, like, or it's not gonna be like a haven like for people to gather like and drag people. The other than the people that I despise, like the probably the person you could take the most shots at is me. Um, and it don't mean that you can't get away with one shot or two, but as a channel holder, like I I also have the responsibility of modding my shit. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to question it. You know, I'm going to question it. Like if I see it, I'm going to question it. Like, oh, like how did we get to that? You see what I'm saying? Like you were doing good when you were speaking pertaining to information and ideas, but like how did we get to like you doing it? Like I'm going to question it if I see it. And this is going to be for everyone. Um, Even people I don't particularly care for, if they drop into my chat, like there's not gonna be like this hostile environment waiting for them. Like I'm not gonna hold that type of space for me, like on my channel. So like don't think you're gonna get away with it. Like I am gonna bring questions to it. Like I'm not gonna drag you neither. But like I'm gonna try to have you make sense of what you're doing. And to that person that dropped in my chat, here's the thing for me personally. Um, People would say that support is support. And to me, that's someone that's trying to oversimplify what support is. There's a range of what support is, and I don't think you support me. Here's why. I've never seen you before. Um, you haven't subscribed to me. I'm a new budding content creator, and that was my first time at an attempt at a panel. And if you knew me or followed me, you would have known that. You know what I mean? Or you would have sensed that like Tracy's presence was like to help me. And I felt like you weren't even trying to support me through that. You know, I never seen you before. And that's the whole thing. Like you were like very, very comfortable. And so I don't even think you care for me. That's the whole thing. And if you do, you're keeping it secret. You have not shown it. But and yeah, you appear to be a troll. That's it. That's all. I have not blocked you. But yeah, like who the fuck are you? Like to be coming there and doing that. Like Tracy has shown me the hardest. I don't know if you know this. Well, one, I coined the phrase the Tracy hate train because that's something that I see. I coined that. Okay. And also, she has lent me the hardest support. Like, of course, there's going to be tons of people that know of me because of me and where I've been um, for the years that I've been down here. But Tracy has opened me up to an audience. Like, there's some numbers that come and fuck with me, like in a way that's supportive to me, only because they know of me through Tracy. So I just, it just didn't feel right on my spur. Like, I'm like, no, no, no. And I know that there's also like forces out there that try to do things with inexperienced content creators in terms of putting wedges between their relationships. And I'm just not going to hold that space. I'm not going to fall straight over here, you know? And that's pretty much it. Like, so yeah, you could take a shot. Oh yeah, I didn't share the reason why you can take a shot because you have to make the violation in order for us to call you out. Like that's why. So I can't have it with it's this thing where like zero insults. Like no, like it has to come out in order for us to bring question to it. You know what I mean? But like, it's not gonna be like this zoo over here of insults. Like, hopefully you're into the topics. Like, hopefully, you can speak to that because you didn't. You brought all of this bad shit up, which is kind of like a distraction. It kind of brings a spirit of disinterest to the topic. So I just didn't think you fuck with me, whoever you was, new person, and you did appear to be a troll. I just make assumptions about different things, like when people drop in, whether I seen you before. I've been here, for a while, so I'm familiar with a lot of names and heads. So that's it. Thanks for stopping through, everybody. I'm seeing Dr. Soapy. That's what I want to do. Soapy, could I mod you? Please give me your permission. Hey, Carrie, Alana Spears has said that. Okay, so yeah, okay. Thank you. I'll do that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So, all right, I'm about to get off here, you guys.